Descript AI helps busy, hard-working, and professional video creators and business pros edit videos by text so they can save hours of boring work every single week. In this review, I'll show you what the tool actually does, how the key features like edit by text, studio sound, and Underlord fit into real workflows, and who this makes sense for, plus where Descript AI falls short. Now, let's get started. The edit by text revolution. The core magic of Descript remains its transcript-based editor. When you upload a video, it uses AI to transcribe everything you said. If you want to cut a scene where you were babbling too long, you don't hunt for a tiny sliver in a timeline, you just highlight the text and hit delete, and it's gone from the video. This matters because, for a professional, time is the most expensive resource. Instead of spending 3 hours scrubbing through a recording to find one mistake, you can skim a text document in 3 minutes. It turns video editing into something as simple as editing a Word doc. Studio sound mastery. Descript features a regenerative AI tool called Studio Sound, and it is still the gold standard for audio enhancement. Unlike old tools that just mask the noise, this actually rebuilds your voice to sound like you're in a professional booth, even if you recorded in a kitchen with a cheap microphone. This is helpful because it democratizes high-quality production. You don't need a $500 microphone or a soundproofed home office to sound like a pro. For a consultant or a small business owner, this means your quick update videos suddenly have the authority of a high-budget production. Note, as of today, applying this uses your plan's AI credits. Underlord's automated cleanup. The Underlord AI assistant now centralizes the most tedious parts of editing. With one prompt, you can remove all filler words like and ah, tighten up long sentences, or use the remove retakes feature to automatically delete repeated failed attempts at a sentence. This matters because it eliminates the grunt work of editing. For a social media manager or corporate trainer, this means you can go from raw footage to a clean cut in 60 seconds rather than 60 minutes. It allows you to focus on the message rather than the delete key. The performance bottleneck. The biggest high of Descript often ends in a low when it comes to speed. Because Descript is a heavy cloud-integrated tool, it has to upload your files to the servers to process AI features like Underlord. If you're uploading a 2 GB 4K file, you're going to be waiting a while before you can even start. Even on a powerful computer, users report the app can feel glitchy and struggle to keep the video in sync with the text during heavy editing sessions. It simply isn't as slick or responsive as local editors like DaVinci Resolve or CapCut. The eye contact limitation. Descript markets an AI feature that can fix your eye contact if you were looking at your notes instead of the lens. While it sounds like magic, in practice, it isn't always earth-changing. If you're looking drastically away from the camera, the AI can still trigger the uncanny valley effect, making your eyes look a bit creepy or robotic. So you cannot rely on AI to fix bad filming habits. It's a tool for minor corrections, not a total overhaul of a distracting performance. Transcription hallucinations. While the AI is 95% accurate, it still makes mistakes with technical jargon, thick accents, or poor quality audio. Since your edits are tied to the text, a hallucinated word or a timing mismatch can lead to a wrong cut. It means you still have to proofread. Descript explicitly warns that misalignment between the text and audio can cause its AI to accidentally clip words you actually wanted to keep. If you trust the software 100% without checking, you will end up with weird jump cuts or missing words in your final export. The daily life test. When you open Descript, you're met with a clean 3-part dashboard. the transcription on the left, the preview in the center, and the tools and properties on the right. They've even added a conversational AI bar at the top where you can simply type what you want to do. It doesn't look like the cockpit of a 747, it looks like a modern productivity app. You start a new project, drop in your file, and the AI immediately starts transcribing. The learning curve. The learning curve is surprisingly shallow for basic edits. If you can use Google Docs, you can edit a video here in about 15 minutes. However, the advanced stuff, like using scenes to anchor your B-roll or setting up automated multicam for a podcast, it takes a bit more setup time. You're looking at about 2 to 3 hours of total fiddling around before you feel like a power user who can fly through layout adjustments and multi-camera setups without thinking. Now, if you've already decided to try Descript, the link is in the description. It's my affiliate link which helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. Now, let's look at how this actually fits into your existing tech stack with integrations. The tech stack test. Descript plays very well with the US Big Three. It has native integrations with Slack for instant project notifications and a dedicated export to Google Drive feature for storage and collaboration. The real power, though, is in the Zapier integration, which lets you automate your entire workflow. For example, you can build a Zap so that as soon as a Zoom recording hits your Google Drive, Descript automatically pulls it in and starts the transcription. Stability and security. For B2B professionals, security isn't just a feature, it's a deal breaker. Descript is SOC 2 Type 2 compliant, which is the gold standard for data privacy in the SaaS world. To keep things professional, they use Stitch for identity management. This means it stays connected and doesn't suffer from the re-login every morning nightmare that plagues cheaper AI wrappers. While you might still hit some lag on massive 4K projects, the platform itself is a robust, professional-grade hub that keeps your data encrypted with AES 256 at rest. Descript is on the higher side of the pricing spectrum, but it's tailored to how much content you actually produce. Hobbyist, this is $16 a month if you pay annually. It gives you 10 media hours and 400 AI credits, but your video is capped at 1080p or progressive scan. Creator, this is the sweet spot at $24 a month billed annually. It jumps you up to 30 media hours, 800 AI credits, and finally unlocks 4K video. Contextual value versus rivals. Its biggest rival is CapCut Desktop. CapCut is often snappier and has more flashy visual effects for a lower $9.99 monthly fee. Now, to be fair, CapCut has added its own transcription-based editing, allowing you to cut video just by deleting text. However, Descript still holds the edge for professional creators for 2 reasons. Number 1, the studio sound standard. While CapCut can reduce noise, it doesn't match the magic of Descript's regenerative audio that fixes bad room acoustics entirely. 2, long-form focus. CapCut is built for fast, 60-second social media clips. If you're editing a 40-minute podcast or a complex interview, Descript's workflow is much more robust and less likely to choke on heavy text editing tasks. If you're a podcaster, Descript is effectively cheaper than hiring a junior editor because of its superior audio and long-form handling. But if you're just making 15-second TikToks, CapCut's new text editing features might actually be all you need. The verdict. So, is Descript worth it? If you're a podcaster, a YouTuber, or a corporate professional who makes speech-heavy videos, then yes, it's a buy. Between the automated filler word removal and the Underlord AI assistant, it will easily save you 5+ hours of grunt work every week. If you're a cinematic filmmaker, a high-end commercial editor, or someone who needs frame-perfect color grading and complex visual effects, skip it. The server-side lag and the simplified timeline will only frustrate you when you need precision. If you're still on the fence, use the free tier. Spend one afternoon editing a real project from start to finish. If the edit by text feature and the studio sound cleanup don't make you smile, you'll know it's not the right fit for your existing tech stack. If you found this video helpful and are planning to try Descript, remember to use my link in the description. It helps me to keep making these deep dive reality checks for you. But before you go, do you think editing by text is the future of video, or are you sticking with the old school timeline for now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.